Miriam had always been sensitive to the unseen world. Living in an ancient village nestled in the Carpathian mountains, she had heard tales of spirits and dark forces since childhood. But she had never encountered anything like the presence she felt in her own home one cold autumn night. The air was thick with an oppressive weight, making it hard to breathe. As she lit a candle, shadows seemed to slither along the walls, whispering incomprehensible words. Her grandmother, a wise old woman who had lived through countless hardships, had spoken of the Dybbuk, a tormented soul from Jewish folklore that could possess the living. Miriam dismissed such tales as old superstitions until now. The whispers grew louder, more insistent, and she felt an icy grip close around her heart. She staggered to her family's old bookshelf, pulling down a dusty tome her grandmother had always guarded zealously. The ancient leather-bound book fell open to a page depicting a dark, twisted figure, the Dybbuk. Miriam's fingers traced the Hebrew letters, a prayer for protection against dark spirits. As she read aloud, the temperature in the room plummeted. Frost crept along the edges of the window, and her breath came out in visible puffs. But the whispers didn't stop. They intensified, converging into a single, raspy voice that echoed in her mind. "Your pain summons me." She realized with horror that the Dybbuk had chosen her. It was here because of her unresolved grief over her father's recent passing. Determined to fight, Miriam scrambled to a hidden drawer in her grandmother's dresser and retrieved a small vial of blessed oil. She anointed the room's doorways and windows, chanting the protective prayer louder and louder. The Dybbuk's presence seemed to resist, pushing back with a force that almost knocked her off her feet. Her vision blurred, and terror gripped her soul as an unnatural coldness seeped into her bones. Suddenly, a loud thud echoed through the house, as if something heavy had hit the floor. Miriam felt a surge of anger, not her own, but that of the Dybbuk, now fully manifesting. The lights flickered, and objects around the room began to shatter. Panicking, she threw the vial of oil into the center of the room, shattering it. A blinding light erupted, and a ghastly scream filled the air. When the light dimmed, Miriam found herself lying on the floor, surrounded by shards of glass and remnants of the Dybbuk's presence. The oppressive weight had lifted, but the room bore the scars of the battle. She knew she had driven the dark spirit away, but the victory felt hollow. There would always be another Dybbuk, another restless spirit, waiting to seize upon the pain of the living. And Miriam knew she had become a guardian, forever vigilant against the darkness that lingers just beyond the edge of perception.